Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland, and today I'm filming another of my 100 days of simple stamping. So today what I want to show is that you can make a little picture with just stamping. So I've got out Ocean Front just so that I can get a bit of colour in the background, and then I'm going to build it up with Grassy Grove. So we've got our deer and we've got trees and we've got some foreground here. So just to show you how I can make a simple little picture with just a few stamps. So I'm just basically going to use this one. And if you look at I know I've used that a lot, so it's quite stained, but if you look at this stamp here, you'll see it's darker up there. So I want the top, I want to make it's just a bit of blue for some sky. Just basically, let's see. And, I don't want to get out bigger blocks. We'll just go with this. So yeah, it's this bit that's darker. So I'm going to put in a bit of sky with Misty Moonlight. Now if this is too dark, I'll turn the paper over. I just want to see what like it is first. Don't know if that was stuck. So you can see it is going to be darker as the stamp is made in such a way that the colour going on is gradated a wee bit. So I'm just basically going to put some sky there. Oh dear, oh dear. That I should have got a foam mat, but I don't actually have one handy. They're elsewhere. So that's what am I going to do about that. I'm going to turn that over anyway and try again. We'll maybe just press harder. It shouldn't be an issue on this because I've got my full it's just a wee bit uneven here on my desk, so let's just my grid pad usually makes up for, yeah, that'll be fine. The extra texture is fine. Right, and then I'll just wipe this off. And I'm just going to put some green on the bottom. Just simple, just to show you, you know. So I've got Granny Apple green out. Just turn, I'm just going to make sure I've got enough ink on, and then I'm just going to turn that round that way. I won't worry too much if it overlaps. That's all right. I'm just making sure that I don't have any of those indentations. Going to push in my pad down as well. There we go. So it's like, you know, sky and ground. I'll close these, and then I've got Pretty Peacock and I've got Early Espresso here. So and I bring in some, am I going to have flowers in my foreground or I'm going to have this? I'm not sure. Whew, we could have both probably, so we can probably do this about there. I wouldn't want that right across, that's the only thing, so I only want to ink up some of it then. So the idea then, if you only want to ink up some of it, what bit do I want to ink up? That bit. No, that's not going to work, Janice. That's not going to work, girl. We'll just leave that one out because it is too wide. We'll use this one. And we'll use the trees. The pine trees are pretty good. I'm just going to build a wee scene. I would probably use, we might use some of these as well. I don't know. So I've got pretty peacock, simply because I've got a pretty peacock card base handy. So I might have to trim this down a wee bit because I'm getting ink. Very wooded, and we might have our deer. He might want to stand right in the middle of the whole proceedings. He's been used so much. We'll bring him in the early espresso. I mean, as I say, this might not work, but I think it will. There he is, our deer is in the picture. And then I think we'll have this just to fill in the foreground. So he's peeking out from there. I'm going to trim this down so not to worry too much about that. Now I did want to put some birds in, and I've forgotten which one is it that I've got a bird in. It's the waves one, that's what it is. I couldn't remember there. At the moment it's the only one I've got like for a flying bird stamp. Just gives you a wee pretty scene. So I've managed to get that too inky. So really I'm hurrying too much and I'm going to spoil things. That's what happens. So let's just another bird coming into land there. It doesn't hide that wee mess, but it distracts from it. And then I'm just going to close the inks, trim that up, and then mount it onto a card. So take that bit off the bottom and a bit off the top. So I'm probably going to make this more into a square. Maybe not. I go to take that just a bit off the top, 11.5, and then we'll take a wee bit from the sides. So that's 7.5. I'm going to go to 11, 7.5 by 11. Now here's my actually quite nice. But what I'm going to do is get a scrap of Pretty Peacock. I hope I've got one somewhere. Here we go. And yeah. What did I say? That was 7.5 by 11. So we'll go 11.4. 7.9. And then, whoops, that one to white and one to there. There you go, see? It's all about the framing, although that bit, not that bit of basic white, because it's got a wee flaw on it. I think it's just a bits of glue that are on that. Let's just clean it. We can use that for something else. Right. And the reason I wanted to put it on white is then I can put a sentiment there, and I've managed to get, see, inky fingers and rush. Not the best. Okay, so let's just stop for a moment. I really like this thank you that's in Grassy Grove. And again, we'll use the Pretty Peacock. I'm just going to put this down in this corner. And then we'll just glue it all up. She says confidently that her glue is going to work. It is, but I'm going to take that bit off there because it's got a bit gloopy. So another simple stamping card. Because all that's in this is stamps, ink and paper. Might just get a piece for inside, since it's such a dark card base, and just ink up a little bit here, and I'm just going to put a wee row of these wildflowers along the bottom. Just like that. And there you go, yet another simple stamping card. Well, it would be if I could open it. So, thank you very much. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next card.